This one's a little ditty for our offensive lineman. Bad, bad, Jamon Brown. Worst damn guard in the whole damn town.
Everywhere, this is for you.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and we are back with another Philly the Film Room. This is not a fun one, all right? This is probably the worst offensive output that we have seen, at least for the line, since the first week. Towards the end, they did kind of, get it together in a sense, I guess.
Nope.
Not really, but we're gonna go over the 6 sacks that we saw. I got the iPad out. We're gonna go through all these, all right? So we're gonna start with the first one. The first one, this one is hard for me to really put on any one person. Part of me says, Wentz throw it away. It's kind of hard to. If you look at, the biggest culprit of this game, Jamon Brown, he just gets beat. Not necessarily got beat to the point of the sack, but he got beat. You see that Carson Wentz is just running for his. He's just trying to duck and trying to figure something out at that point. The Jordan Mailata does get beat as well, and kind of goes around him. But I believe they credited this one to your boy Jamon Brown. So Jamon Brown gets his first sack on the first play. There we go. Now the second one, I'm using both angles simply because this is one that I want to see Wentz be able to get out of his hands a little bit quicker. Now, don't get me wrong. I totally understand that he had, like 2 seconds. He had maybe 2 seconds, but he did set his feet. And if you see Travis Fulgham is, I want to say wide open. That's wide open in the NFL, breaking across his corner's face right around the 35-yard line. If you can just plant your front foot, make that throw, that's a first down. That's a big play. Obviously, this offensive line did not do him any favors. You switch to the back view of this, and the back view just shows you how bad Jamon Brown was today. I went mostly with this view just because, like I said, you can see the offensive line the best from here. We're going to be highlighting number 66 on this play. You see, he gets drugged to the left by his lineman. Now, first of all, I want to say this is a great blitzing scheme by their defense, by the Baltimore Ravens. They are known for this. They are very good at disguising their blitz and doing different disguised blitzes like this. So you see Jason Kelce's chilling there. This is where you want number 66 and Jason Kelce to have the communication for him to pass off that block to Jason Kelce and for Jamon Brown to be able to come over quicker. Now, at this point, slow it down right there. Now, at this point, you see Jamon Brown has a hand on him. He's just not quick enough to get outside and get a full grasp of the guy. That makes Carson Wentz have to step up. Kelce's not able to really hold on to the lineman. It's just a lot of miscommunication, a lot of messiness on this play. And then obviously Carson Wentz goes down. Now this next one, you see the motion from Zach Ertz. You see that they try to fool this defensive line. They try to use their aggression against them. All right. Now they try to move the pocket a little bit to the right side. Okay. Jamon Brown gets thrown about 10 feet. That looks like maybe 5-10 feet. Just gets thrown like a rag doll. From the beginning of this play, you see he's like touching. He doesn't seem to get his balance, his footing at all this whole play. And as a guard, and especially as a guard who's played in the NFL before, to get manhandled like that, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Calais Campbell had a day today. And most of it was due to the lack of good play by Jamon Brown. This one, I know a lot of people saw this one and was just like, wow. Calais Campbell's a beast, but, he's a grown man. Don't get me wrong. But you have to make a better effort than that. He just gets completely tossed. Now, every other offensive lineman, they had their bad spots. They had issues. Nobody was perfect on the offensive line. Even Kelce had a bad play, as you saw in the beginning. The second one, I want to say it was. But Jamon Brown just got. It was not pretty for Jamon Brown. So now we go to this next one. This is probably my favorite one. And when I say favorite, I mean I did not sleep because of this play. We're going to run the play. You see Jamon Brown actually makes a block. He throws number 93, Calais Campbell, a beautiful block. So what do? We bash heads with our other tackle, and we stop and we fix our sleeve. We stop and we fix our sleeve. You know, I want to just stop it right here where he literally stops and is fixing his sleeve. Driscoll kind of gets beat, but Carson Wentz can step up if number 71 is taken care of. He can make that outside defensive end miss. But when you're getting sandwiched by two guys, you know, you got to get rid of the ball. And you see all these offensive linemen just, oh, God. I'm not going to get over that. He fixes his arm sleeve in the middle of the play. Just ugly. There wasn't many people open. I looked at this from the other angle. There wasn't much open for Wentz either way. But like I said, you know, Wentz could have stepped up. He could have done a lot of different things if only his arm sleeve, if only his arm sleeve was in the correct position. Now, these are the last two. This is the best view I saw for this one. This is coming from the back angle, back end zone. You just got to love Jamon Brown, the effort that he puts in these plays, you know. He just gets completely destroyed by Calais Campbell, I believe that is. Wentz tries to step up. It looks like he's trying to get rid of the ball. There's nothing much for him to do here. I'm not sure who my man on the outside thought was coming. Is that Driscoll on the outside just standing there? Yeah, that's not a good look either. But yeah, my man Jamon Brown just gets totally beat off the block. It forces Wentz to hold the ball an extra second. You know, and this is also a little bit on on Wentz. You have to read that blitz is coming. You have to see that blitz is coming. And if he does read it a little bit quicker and Hightower sees it a little bit quicker, Hightower can maybe make himself available as soon as the play starts. And maybe, turn this into something rather than a complete mess of a play that it became. So a sack there. Sometimes you do just plan to have a free rusher coming, and that's part of your game plan. You know what I'm saying? But on this one, Jamon Brown just ruins any type of a chance that there's going to be a play on that. Now, this one is the last one. This one is my favorite one of all time. This is a historic play in Eagles history. I just said history twice, but this is one, y'all. We got one. So my man Jamon Brown from the offensive side gets a sack on Wentz. Yeah, you heard me right. Our offensive lineman sacks Wentz. Now, in theory, this is a great play. They try to, or great design. They try to move the pocket, try to use the defensive aggression against them, and it could work. But none of our offensive linemen, you see Jason Kelce just kind of gives up on the play. Jamon Brown just runs right into Carson Wentz and wraps up on him. I don't understand why that's even if you're blocking, you don't wrap someone up. Why is your first thought process to just wrap up Carson Wentz? This is just, I don't know what's happening here. I hope he gets absolutely slaughtered in the film room because this is unacceptable. And Kelce too. This is unacceptable from Kelce as well. You can't just give up on this play, man. You're just half running. You're not even really in this play. Again, Wentz, maybe throw it away at some point. At some point, you got to see that there's nothing open. There's nothing going on. I wouldn't mind you throwing this away, but if Jamon Brown's not there, maybe he can make something happen of this. But, great defensive play by Jamon Brown. Maybe that's why we cut, Casey Tuho, because Jamon Brown is the new defensive face of the franchise, because that is just impeccable. I don't think I've ever seen that. So I want to know what you guys think. Who do you guys give the blame to? A lot of these, like I said, I give a lot of blame to Jamon Brown on these. None of the offensive line was perfect. Everybody made mistakes, but he made almost every single play worse. And he was in on every single sack. He might not have been the person that gave up the sack, but he was in on the double team or, missed an assignment. Therefore, someone else had to make a play. So I just want to hear what you guys think. But other than that, you know what it is. It's fly, Eagles fly. And Thursday, we're going to beat the Giants. And we out, shit. Peace.
Eagles